Is this the one charger to rule them all? Let's find out. Dave Taylor here, and if you're like me, you carry around a lot of chargers. There's a lot of different devices that have a lot of different requirements for charging. It's a pain in the booty, which is why this is so cool. This, let me show you the front maybe. This is the Zendure Superport 4, and it has 4 power ports, which is great. So you plug it in on the back with the included AC cord, plugs right into the wall, doesn't need a ground, that's important. And then on the front, you get 4 output ports. You get a 100-watt USB-C port, an 18-watt USB-C port, and then 2 USB-A or USB 3, depending on what you like to call it, 18-watt ports with what they call Zen Plus 2.0, which is Quick Charge 3 compatible. Combined, you can simultaneously charge up to 136 watts. Now, it does generate a little heat. When you get that much power being pushed through a device, there's no way it doesn't generate heat. So this does get hot, but not crazy hot. It's not like you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's gonna burst into flames. It won't. And not only will it not, but it also has circuitry to protect against overpower, overheating, and short circuits. So, really nice. It's really light. It is fairly big for a charger, but it's, let's see, 4.5 by 3.9 by 9/10 of an inch, and it is 8.3 ounces. If I can balance it on my fingers, it is just a nice little device. And the thing that's great about it, like I said, is it just does everything. Now, what's interesting is that this PowerPort Superport 4 actually is a version of this. This is their Supertank power bank. This is a 27,000 milliamp hour charger and power unit. So basically, they're the same unit, but this one adds the battery, which makes it bigger and considerably heavier. But if you just want the charging, then that's where this one comes in handy. Suppose I should show you this instead. That's where this comes in handy. So here's what I did. Plugged in a variety of different devices and timed how much they charged over a period of 1 hour. So it turns out that with this, I could charge using USB-C and the 100-watt plug. I can charge a MacBook Pro 40% in 1 hour, though interestingly, when you go to system profile, as you can see, it shows that you're not getting any charge at all, which is a little weird. It shows and knows that it's 100 watts, but I guess it knows that it also therefore isn't an Apple charger because Apple doesn't make a 100-watt charger. Nonetheless, 1 hour later, I had a 40% charge on my MacBook Pro. So there's that. Then I tried out the Pixel 4 XL, and that's USB-C, and I used a different cable. So I used USB-C to USB 3 and plugged it into one of the Quick Charge or Zen Plus 2.0 ports. And that gave me an impressive 44% charge in 1 hour, which was nice. And then for a third test, I took the same USB-C to USB-C 100 watts and plugged in this. And this is a Dell XPS 12, and it charged a pretty impressive 48% in 1 hour using this charger. And again, there are smaller chargers on the market, but the combined 136 watts means that you can really charge 4 things simultaneously and they'll all be charging. So it's not like if you want to get the fast charge on the big device, you can't do anything else. This allows you to do all of that. It's also super flexible, so it can take anywhere from 100 to 240 volts input and 50 or 60 hertz, so that's AC really from a lot of places around the world. The version I have is the US model, so it has a US plug, but there's other plugs out there and other models. And let's see. So in fact, it even says here US power cord. So I will show you one thing is that I kind of wish there was a little bit more feedback. There's the illumination you get on this is pretty minimal. So if I plug it in, and this is a 1.5 meter cord, I just have it folded up for neatness. But there's a teeny tiny little blue light on the front here that shows that it has power, and that's all you get. So maybe that's all you need, but I kind of wish there was a little more feedback, maybe one on each port showing that it was actually active or not. But again, maybe that's just me. Now, all the other ports, cords, wires, all of that, you have to bring your own. So this is my own USB-C and my own USB-C to USB-A cord, but if you have a phone or a tablet or a computer or a Nintendo Switch or any of these sort of devices, you already have the wires you need. You just need a charger. This charger works with everything. That's great. And it's light. It's not the smallest in the world, like I said, but it certainly fits easily into a backpack or into a computer bag. So really, that's all I got. So it charges everything, it charges everything quickly, and I really like having one device, one charger that works with everything rather than having to worry about, wait, I need the Nintendo charger for my Switch and I need the Apple charger for my MacBook. I understand why companies do that, but for us consumers, it's kind of a pain in the booty, right? So let's talk about the price. But before we get to the price, let me ask if you can subscribe to my channel. It's just that little red button. Click or tap on it, subscribe, and we're connected. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Now, this is the Zendure Superport 4, and it comes in black or silver, and it's $89.99 at Amazon.com. If you heard me talk about this guy, which is the, what do they call this? The Supertank external battery that gives you most all the same functionality and a 27,000 milliamp hour battery, so you can actually charge without having a wall plug handy. This one comes in blue, black, or silver, and it's a little more spendy at $128.99, but it also gives you a lot more autonomy because you don't have to worry about how do I plug in, right? So both of them have their purposes. This is the one we were testing. This one is a really nice single charger for you to carry around that then gives you such flexibility with so many different plugs on the front. Definitely worth considering. So with that, I'm gonna go back to plugging in my devices and charging everything because that's just what you gotta do, which means I'll catch you in my next video.